Crowds. Crowds seem to play a big part in the story of Jesus. From his early days when he had just finished preaching and he was in Nazareth, and a crowd came together and they tried to throw him over a cliff. To his interaction with people, where, for instance, in the case of the woman caught in adultery, how the crowd came around ready to lynch her. To that day when we call Palm Sunday and the crowds are around him. They're putting their cloaks on the ground and he's riding on the donkey and they're waving palm branches, shouting, "Hosanna! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord." Crowds have this contagion where something seems to trigger an emotion, a feeling that catches. And people run to the point of reference, to the man on the donkey, shouting Hosanna, because that's what the moment called for, and everyone is responding to what the moment called for. Crowd also takes away your own sense of personal responsibility, because you get lost in the crowd. The crowd is that collection of unconnected individuals connected by this one point of reference, to which the individual may or may not have any regard, but the crowd, the contagion of crowd, pulls people with that grip of emotions, good or bad. It doesn't matter, because that's the nature of the crowd. Crowd also takes away that personal sense of responsibility, because if an individual is to be taken away and asked just what is happening, like that case in the Acts of the Apostles, when there was a crowd around, when some people are shouting one thing and some people are shouting another thing, and some persons are not even sure why they are in the crowd. The effect of the crowd, the effect of the formation of views and opinions and reasons for being a part of the crowd. Crowd has that capacity and that effect to make us feel invincible. The effect of the crowd makes us feel that because we are hidden in that crowd, we somehow become invincible because of the force and the pull and the passion of the crowd. The crowd do these things to us. Well, here are all the people around Jesus. And sometimes looking back at that crowd, we would think, by and large, it's just something to celebrate. By and large, it's something to be happy to see, because it is a fulfillment of prophecy and so on. But can we just peel it back a little bit and see just what happened in the crowd? That crowd that is praising him, that crowd that is saying Hosanna in the highest. That crowd perhaps was made up of well-intended people. That crowd perhaps was made up of persons who had no idea why they were there. That crowd perhaps was made up of persons who were just pulled by the emotion of the moment. That crowd perhaps was just another reaction to the crisis that people felt they were in, and anything in the moment would be good enough as a distraction. Where are you in respect to the crowd? The crowd that was around Jesus. What does your Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord, mean? Was it just a part of the crowd response? Or was it a part of meaningful worship. Why are you in the crowd? And why are you a part of the crowd?